Okay, so you probably heard the whispers, right? Portugal becoming this European tech powerhouse. They're even calling it the Silicon Valley of Europe. Today we're doing a deep dive. We want to unpack what it really takes to freelance in Portugal's tech scene, especially now. We've looked at a whole stack of sources, including the latest Freelancing in Portugal's tech scene, Legal and Tax Tips 2025. So we're aiming to give you the most crucial, actionable stuff. Our mission, let's cut through the confusing bits, visas, taxes, all the legal hoops. We want to give you a clear roadmap, basically, your shortcut to getting started and hopefully avoiding the common slip-ups.
Yeah, and it's truly fascinating, isn't it? How quickly Portugal has just transformed itself. It's attracting talent from all over the globe. And look, this isn't just about the business side of things. It's also very much about the lifestyle that's on offer. So yeah, we're going to break down the how and the why for you, make sense of the policies, the numbers, make it practical.
Right. So let's dig into why Portugal's getting all this buzz.
Yeah.
It's not just hype. The numbers are actually pretty compelling. We're talking, over 2,500 startups?
Easily. Yeah, in places like Lisbon and Porto, really vibrant hubs.
And get this is where it gets really interesting for freelancers, I think. 7 unicorns now. OutSystems, Farfetch, TalkDesk, big names.
And that $1 billion in investment back in 2021, that's serious capital flowing in.
Exactly. It's not just like small seed rounds. It signals a mature ecosystem, which for you as a freelancer, that could mean bigger projects, maybe more stable clients.
Yeah.
Potentially better rates.
Absolutely. Less hopping between small gigs, maybe more long-term engagement.
And the opportunities are diverse. Software development, sure, but also AI, fintech, digital marketing.
Plus, the government's actively encouraging it. Things like the startup visa, the tech visa. They want tech talent. And if we connect that to the bigger picture, it's not only the business side pulling people in, it's that unique mix. You've got high-quality infrastructure, really modern co-working spaces.
Yeah, I've seen some amazing ones online.
And then there's the lifestyle. It's undeniable. I mean, Lisbon keeps ranking as the top spot globally for digital nomads.
Number 1, yeah.
And all this while the cost of living is, significantly lower than London or Paris or Berlin. So the really important question for you listening is, what could that balance mean? Professional growth and personal well-being. How does that fit your goals?
Okay, so the lifestyle's appealing, the tech scene's buzzing. People are thinking, right, how do I actually do this? Let's get practical. The absolute first step, getting legally set up. Because you don't want to land in Lisbon all eager and then just hit a wall of paperwork, right?
Exactly. Avoid that headache.
It starts with visas.
Yeah.
And your nationality really matters here. If you're from the EU, EEA, or Switzerland, well, you're pretty much golden. It's straightforward, freedom to work.
Much simpler, yeah.
But for non-EU citizens, it's different. You've got options, though. There's the Digital Nomad Visa, perfect if your clients are international, you're working remotely.
That's become very popular.
Then the D2 visa, more for entrepreneurs, independent professionals, setting up properly. The tech visa offers a kind of fast track if you're in a specific tech role.
Designed to speed things up.
And if you're launching your own tech company, the startup visa.
Right. Now, a key thing for those non-EU visas, the financial proof.
Ah, yes, the money side. You need to show you can support yourself.
Typically, yeah. Looking at around 3,280 euros in monthly income.
And savings too, right?
And savings, usually about 9,840 in the bank.
Plus the documents, criminal records, proof of where you live, business plans or client contracts. The usual stuff.
But, okay, before any of that, or maybe alongside it, the NIF. Número de Identificação Fiscal.
Yeah.
Your Portuguese tax number.
The magic number.
It really is. Look, you cannot do anything business-related without it. Opening a bank account. Need a NIF. Issuing an invoice. NIF, paying taxes. NIF, signing contracts, renting an apartment.
Everything. Got it. So how do you get one?
If you're an EU citizen, it's easier. Just walk into a finances office, the tax office. Non-EU citizens, though, you must appoint a tax representative.
A what now?
A tax representative. It has to be someone resident in Portugal. Or you use a service company that does this.
Ah, okay. So there's a bit of a process there. Is it expensive?
The NIF itself is free. You might pay like 6.80 if you want the physical card.
Right.
But the representative service, yeah, that usually costs something. Maybe 50 euro to 200, depending on who you use.
Okay, so NIF, secured golden ticket in hand. What's the very next step?
Registering your activity. It's called the Inicio de Atividad.
Right, telling the tax authorities, hey, I'm officially freelancing now.
Exactly. And you do this online. On the Portal das Finanças, you'll select Category B income. That's for professional services. You specify your tech field, software dev, IT consulting, whatever it is.
And choose your accounting regime. we'll get to that, I assume.
Yeah.
We will.
Yeah.
And choosing that regime is important because it directly affects how much tax you pay and what you can deduct later. Nail this down early. Which brings us to the big question everyone always asks. Taxes. How does it work?
Yeah, the bottom line.
Okay, so Portugal has a progressive income tax system. They call it IRS. For 2025, the rates start at 14.5%, and they go up to 48% in the highest bracket.
Wow, quite a range.
Yeah. So just for context, income up to about €7,700 is taxed at 12.52%. But if you're earning over, say, 80,882, that top rate can hit 45.44%.
Okay.
And wait, there's more for high earners. The solidarity tax.
Oh, yeah.
An extra 2.5% on income between 80,000 and 250,000,
Yeah.
and 5% on anything above 250,000.
Okay, those are the rates. So how does this actually play out for your freelance income? You mentioned regimes earlier.
Right. Two main choices, simplified regime or organized regime.
Simplified, so it's nice.
It is, for many. It's the default. There's an income cap, 200,000 a year, and the big draw for tech services, they assume 75% of your income is expenses.
Automatically.
Automatically. So you only pay tax on 25% of what you invoice.
Wow. That sounds great if you don't have many actual costs.
Exactly. Ideal for low-expense freelancers, minimal bookkeeping required too.
Okay, what's the catch? Or what's the alternative?
The alternative is the organized regime. This one needs detailed bookkeeping. You must have a certified accountant.
More hassle, then.
More admin, yes. But you can deduct your actual business expenses, all of them, if they're legitimate. And crucially, there's no income limit.
So if you have significant costs, expensive software, lots of travel, maybe you rent an office space, this might be better.
Potentially, yes. It could save you more tax than the flat 75% deduction in the simplified regime.
So choosing carefully here could really save you money. It's not a small decision.
Definitely not. Worth getting advice on your specific situation. Now, stepping back a bit, value-added tax, IVA as they call it.
Right, VAT. Is that another thing freelancers need to worry about?
You do, but there's a threshold. You're exempt if your annual turnover is below $13,500.
Okay, so if you're just starting out, maybe not immediately.
Correct. But once you cross that $13,500 threshold, you have to register for VAT. And then you need to add 23% VAT to your invoices for Portuguese clients.
23%, standard rate.
Standard rate, yeah. It's a bit lower in Madeira, 22%, and
Right.
the Azores, 16%, but mainland is 23%. Now, here's a really fascinating point for tech freelancers.
Go on.
If your clients are outside the European Union, your services are generally VAT exempt.
Oh, really? So if I'm freelancing for a U.S. company or one in the U.K., no VAT.
Generally, no. You still might need to register, but you don't charge the VAT. That makes Portugal very attractive if your client base is global.
Okay, income tax, VAT. What about Social Security? Segurança Social.
Yep, that's mandatory too. As a freelancer, you have to contribute. The standard rate is 21.4% of your taxable income.
Okay, 21.4%. When do you pay that?
Monthly. It's due by the 20th of the following month.
Got it. But I heard something about a first-year break. Is that true?
It is, and it's a really nice perk. For your first 12 months of registered activity, you're completely exempt. No contributions.
Seriously, that's a big help when you're starting out.
Huge help. Also, there's a lower threshold. If your annual income is really low, below about 4,755, you might qualify for reduced contributions too. So this naturally leads to the question, what do you actually get for these contributions?
Yeah, what's the return on that 21.4%?
It's pretty comprehensive, actually. You get access to the public healthcare system, the SNF.
Which is generally well regarded, right?
Yes, good quality public health care. You also get unemployment benefits should you hit a dry spell, sickness pay, disability allowance, maternity, and paternity leave.
Wow. Okay. Like being an employee almost.
In terms of the safety net, yes. Plus, it builds towards your state retirement pension, and there are family benefits, too.
So it's a proper system. How soon do you need to register for it?
You should register with Social Security within 6 months of starting your freelance activity, your inicio de actividade. Now, can we talk about something that's often seen as a game changer for many people moving to Portugal?
Please do. I think I know what you're hinting at.
The Non-Habitual Resident status, NHR.
Right. The famous NHR scheme. What's the deal?
Okay, so this offers huge tax advantages, potentially. For up to 10 years, the headline benefit? A flat income tax rate of just 20% on Portuguese-sourced income from certain high-value activities.
And tech roles qualify as high value.
Yes, absolutely. Most tech professional roles are on that list.
So instead of the progressive rates going up to 48%,
Yeah.
Just 20%.
On that eligible Portuguese income, yes,
Oh.
flat 20% for 10 years.
That is significant. What are the eligibility rules?
Key one. You must not have been a Portuguese tax resident in the previous 5 years. And, oh, heads up, the deadline to apply for new registrations under the current rules is March 31st, 2025. Things might change after that.
Right, so time is potentially of the essence there. That 20% rate versus up to 48%. I mean, you can see the appeal.
It's massive. Think about earning 80,000 euros a year. Under NHR, tax is 16,000. Under standard rates, it would be much, much higher. Tens of thousands saved over the decade.
It really seems designed to pull in skilled professionals. It sounds almost too good to be true sometimes. Are there complexities or situations where NHR isn't quite the silver bullet, it seems?
That's a really good point. It's not always simple. For example, how foreign income is treated under NHR can vary depending on tax treaties between Portugal and the source country. Some foreign income might be exempt, some might still be taxed, and there can be interactions with Social Security rules, especially if you're working across different EU countries.
So it's not automatic all income is taxed low.
Not necessarily. It depends on the type and source of income. This is definitely where getting personalized tax advice is crucial. Don't just assume.
Okay, good clarification. So NHR aside, or even with NHR, what about general tax efficiency, deducting expenses?
Yes. Regardless of NHR, if you're in the organized regime, or even sometimes useful for Simplified, you need to track expenses. What can you deduct? Well, things directly related to your business. A portion of your home office costs rent, utilities, internet, prorated, of course.
Okay, what else?
Equipment, your laptop, software licenses, professional development courses, conferences that improve your skills,
Yeah.
co-working space fees, absolutely, travel costs if you're meeting clients.
Accountant fees, legal advice.
Yes, professional services related to your freelancing activity.
The key thing, I guess, is keeping records, receipts.
Essential, absolutely essential, especially under the organized regime. Keep everything organized.
Right. Let's shift to the day-to-day stuff. Invoicing clients. You mentioned green receipts.
Recibos Verdes, yeah. It's Portugal's electronic invoicing system. You issue them through the tax authority's website, the Portal das Finanças. It's pretty streamlined.
What needs to be on them?
The basics. Your NIF, your client's NIF, or VAT number if applicable. A clear description of the service, payment terms, dates. You need to issue them by the 5th of the month after you provided the service or got paid.
Okay. Is it clunky to use?
It's gotten better, and they actually have a mobile app now, ATGo, so you can even issue invoices on the fly.
Oh, handy. What about getting paid internationally? Any tips?
You'll definitely need a Portuguese bank account. That's step one after getting the NIF. For client convenience, platforms like PayPal, Wise, Revolut are really popular. They make it easy for clients abroad to pay you.
And maybe stick to euros to avoid fees?
Yeah, if you can invoice and get paid in EUR, it usually saves on conversion costs and hassle.
Okay, this is all great info.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, well, avoiding the train wrecks. What are the common mistakes people make?
Oh, there are definitely a few classic pitfalls.
Give us the heads up.
Okay, number one,
Yeah.
delaying getting the NIF. It holds everything up. Number two, classifying your activity incorrectly when you do the inicio de actividad. That can lead to tax issues.
Choosing the wrong accounting regime.
Big one. Choosing Simplified when organized would save you money, or vice versa. And missing the Social Security registration or payment deadlines. That first-year exemption is great, but you need to be ready when it ends.
What about on the tax side? Compliance mistakes.
Underestimating your quarterly tax payments. If you're in the Simplified or organized regime, you often pay tax in advance during the year. Get it wrong, and you owe more later, maybe penalties.
When's the annual tax filing deadline?
April 1st to June 30th for the previous year's income. Don't miss that window.
Okay.
Forgetting to charge VAT once you cross the threshold is another one. Or charging it incorrectly. And as we said, poor record keeping for expenses. If you get audited and can't prove your deductions, not good.
And legally, beyond taxes.
Always use written contracts, please, for every project.
Spell out the scope, deliverables, payment terms.
Exactly. Understand your intellectual property rights, who owns what you create. Clarify payment terms up front, when, how, and maybe consider professional liability insurance depending on your field. Protects you if something goes wrong. So you've navigated the setup, you're avoiding the pitfalls. How do you actually plug into the scene and thrive?
Yeah, how do you find work? How do you meet people?
Well, the ecosystem is pretty collaborative. Networking is huge. Think big events like Web Summit in Lisbon, massive global tech conference,
That puts Portugal on the map every year.
but also local stuff. Co-working spaces are great hubs, places like Second Home, LACS. They often have events. Lots of tech meetups happening regularly in Lisbon, Porto, even Braga now.
Yeah.
And connect with startup incubators like Beta Eye. They know who's who.
Okay, so networking is key. What about actually finding projects or clients?
Leverage those local connections you make. Startups often need freelancers. International platforms are still relevant, Upwork, TopTal, etc. But there are also Portuguese-specific freelance platforms,
Hmm.
Freelancer PT, Portugal Story, worth checking out.
And LinkedIn, presumably.
Oh, absolutely. Build your network online within the Portuguese tech community. Be visible.
So looking ahead, where's this all going? What's the future look like for tech freelancing in Portugal?
The trajectory looks really strong. I mean, projections were showing something like 25% growth by 2024. It's still expanding rapidly.
And the government seems committed.
Yeah, they keep supporting things like the tech visa, offering startup incentives. It feels like a long-term strategy, not just a temporary boom.
So for freelancers listening,
What?
what does that mean?
It means likely increasing demand for specialized skills. As the ecosystem matures, they need more specific expertise. Probably a growing international client base, choosing Portugal as a nearshore hub, continued improvements in infrastructure, stronger professional communities, more support networks.
Not promising.
Yeah, if you connect all the dots. The tax advantages like NHR, the quality of life, the lower cost of living, and this buzzing tech scene. It really does position Portugal as, well, a pretty ideal base for tech freelancers. You can tap into European opportunities, keep your rates competitive globally, and actually enjoy where you live.
So the immediate next steps for someone listening who's interested.
Nail down your visa situation first. What do you need? Then get that NIF, non-negotiable. Register your activity correctly, the Inicio de Atividad. Choose your regime carefully.
And maybe talk to an expert.
Highly recommended, especially for tax. Get local advice to optimize your setup. Make sure you're compliant from day one. There are resources out there too, like the Portugal Tech Hub, specifically aimed at helping international tech folks navigate all this.
We have covered a lot today. Wow. From the big picture buzz down to the real nitty-gritty of NIFs and tax regimes, it really does seem like a country hitting its stride, offering this unique blend of professional ambition and lifestyle. So here's maybe something for you to think about. What could it look like for you, being part of this international scene, working on cool projects, but doing it from Lisbon or Porto? What kind of future could you build there?
Yeah, and the insights we've shared today, they're really just the starting point, aren't they? The question now is, how might this spark your next move? What other questions pop into your head as you think about potentially making this journey into Portugal's really dynamic tech world?